Hey YouTube, Yugimons 1200 here. This is going to be a post YCS deck profile. I actually changed my deck. I tested it a lot more than I before against Blackwings, and it wasn't good at all, really. And I made the switch to X-Sabers. I did pretty well. I made it to day 2. I had a draw my last round to finish X 2-1, and I ended up losing round 10 to finish X in 3-1. I thought the deck performed pretty well. Here's going to be X-Sabers. It's 41 cards. 3 Boggart Knight, 3 Fulhelmknight, 3 fulhelmknight, 3 Dark Souls, 2 emmersblade, 2 Partial, 1 Airbalm, and 1 hamster. This card was great all weekend. It searched out my Dark Soul. There were a few times where I should have searched out the tuner Airbalm, but I got mad pluses off him all weekend. People just would attack him. Out of Book of Moon, I would just keep getting Dark Souls, set up next turn. One time I even had someone, I had 3 Dark Souls set because I flipped him so many times with Book of Moon. And one time I torrential, then next turn I went off. So it was just great. It helps you search for your Dark Souls as quickly as you can, and that's kind of key to this deck. 3 Boggart Knight, it was actually really great. I like playing 3. Combos really nicely with Partial. That's how you get your home line plays. And it's just a 1900 beater. It was great in the Blackwing matchup. They'd summon anything, set Icarus attack. You just summon him, don't use the effect. Attack, they can't kill 2 cards because you only have 1. Unless they have another back row, and then they're minusing themselves. But it was just a great card. And 3 fulhelmknight, 3 Fulhelmknight. I couldn't get a 3rd emmersblade. I don't know what I would take out though. But yeah, pretty staple. I didn't play Debris. I don't really think it was that great of a card. It was more of a tech choice, and I was running standard Sabers really. For the spells, 1 enemy controller, 1 monster reborn, 1 mind control, 1 cold wave, 1 trinade, 1 reinforcements, 1 dark hole, 1 pot of duality, and 3 Book of Moons. Econ to help get off your fulhelmknights, and then so many times I'd put their monster in defense, run it over, bring out Dark Soul or anything, and then next turn, and then main phase 2 drop your Fall Troll, get a card or 2 out of their hand, Mind Control Reborn, Staples, Hole, Cold Wave, Trinade, Staples, Reinforcements. I wanted to get my Pashuls and fulhelmknights pretty quickly. It's a search for your tuner, and it was a good card. And Pot of Duality, only 1. I was gonna play the 2nd over the reinforcements, but I thought I needed reinforcements. It was better. And 3 Book of Moons, pretty staple this format with all the trap stuns. Plus, it's great with fulhelmknight. And now for the traps, 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, 2 Solemn Warnings, 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, 2 Trap Stuns, 2 Emergency Calls, and a Royal Oppression. It's actually pretty standard trap lineup. If you're not running the crazy, 2 Solemn Warnings staple this format. Just great against just kill their negate their summon for the turn. That's pretty big this format, especially like against Blackwings. You don't want a bottomless because what if they chain their Icarus or Delta Crow, and this they can't chain it, so it keeps them off the board. Trap stun lets you go off. Call, staple, bottomless, this staple. The only card I didn't like all weekend was Royal Oppression. I felt there were a lot of times where it stopped me from going off, and I could have easily just negate. Like one time I had a solemn warning and an oppression set, and I played the oppression, not thinking, oh, next turn I can't go off now, because I didn't have the cold wave. I barely drew cold wave all weekend. It was just bad in that aspect. Yeah. Now for the extra deck. Fortress, Mature Beast, Cadister, Android, Brionic, fulhelmknight, Goyo, Herbelm, Black Rose, Stardust, Colossal, Scrap Dragon, and 2 Gottoms. It's pretty standard. Scrap Dragon's an amazing card. I brought it out once, I think, for game. That's all I really remember. I think I brought it out, but it was game either way. But I had just I don't remember what it. Trunated, then I set the spell or trap, whatever it was, and brought him out, and then killed my spell and killed their monster and attacked for game. But everything else is pretty standard. I played 2 Gottoms. Looking back, I might change one of them to a misworn, but I didn't really. There were times where I could have brought misworn out with Pashul, Dark Soul, and the hamster, but I don't know. I thought I needed the 2 Gottoms, but I couldn't. I don't know. I didn't really need misworn, I felt like, before the tournament. But the side deck, 2 banishers, 2 Sirocco's, 2 cyber dragons, 2 effect veilers, 2 jujitsus, 1 chivalry, the 3rd Gottoms Ecall, 1 light mirror, and 2 benevolent catastrophe, and then tokens. I thought the side deck was really good. The banishers helped me so much. One game against Harold, I sided them in. We went into time, and he could not negate any thing with his Herald because I had him on the field, and it was great in the mirror, and just I thought I brought it in most of the matchups I faced, except for Blackwings. I brought Sirocco's in during Blackwings. It was great. There were a couple times where it was just a great play. Like, you summon him and pump, run over their monster. Couldnt doesn't do anything. They can't equeste attack it. It was just great. Same with Cyber Dragons. They were for gladiators and Blackwings, basically, and just like stun kind of decks, like hero decks. Jujitsus, they were great. Chivalry was good. I never sided this in except for in the mirror. This was good, and Benevolent Catastrophe was great against everything that set a lot of back rows. I would side them in, and then when I was siding out, people were like, "Oh, that card is so good," so it was just great. And effect veilers, I didn't really like. I feel like the one time I sided them in against against gladiators, they didn't do me that good, and I just stopped siding them in. A couple things I would have changed about the deck. Probably over Royal Oppression, I would probably play the 3rd Trap Zone. There were so many times when I wanted this card, and I just wasn't seeing it all day. It was like I needed to see this to go off, I felt like, because people were having so many back rows. I didn't like effect veilers. They weren't like that great. I probably would have sided either double Divine Wraths or 2 magical cylinders had I known I'd go to time twice, 3 times, whatever it was. Plus, it was just a great card with all the solemn warnings. And also, Jujitsus, they were great, but I feel like I'd rather have Snowman Eater. I felt like I was wanting the Snowman Eater over these. But yeah, so that's the deck, and I finished X3-1, 10 rounds, and let me know what you guys think. Peace out, YouTube.